Hey guys, welcome back to Storytime Shenanigans with Genevieve. Today we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day night and my experience with it. Obviously, Valentine's Day is the most romantic day almost of every year besides like anniversary, and I have a boyfriend this year and he decided to plan the whole date, and he decided that we were going to go out to eat and then go see Wuthering Heights. Now, that sounds so romantic, and like in my head, this is exactly what was playing.
Nice.
Like, yes, a man's paying for it. Why would I not be happy, you know? All I knew about this movie was that Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi was going to be in it. And obviously I know them from certain shows and movies. So I was super excited. I did read a little bit of the description, but I really didn't read it for real because it was just a lot of words, you know, just being thrown at me. I thought it was given like Little Woman, you know, a little Romeo and Juliet. That's all I'm thinking, you know, a little romance, whatever, blase, 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 poetry, all that. The movie starts. It's a little bit slow. I'm thinking, okay, it's a best friend to lovers little saga. So I'm not thinking much of it because the movie starts off with the father bringing home a boy who happens to be Heathcliff and giving it to his daughter Catherine to be a slave. Not even like a servant, a slave. And I was just like, okay, that's a bit, weird, but, it could still have a happy ending, Everything can be like great. They grow up with each other, they spend time with each other, they're like the best of friends, like brother and sister, you would think. So I'm thinking, okay, this can't be a love story because they are being raised basically as brother and sister, even though Heathcliff was originally supposed to be her slave. They see each other as siblings. Nothing weird can happen. There's another man that decides to come into the story, and he moves across the land, and Catherine is super obsessed. He's like, oh, he has money. He can take care of me. I can get away from my father. She's just thinking of that. Heathcliff gets very jealous because of this, because he's in love with her. And they are in love with each other. They end up kissing each other. And I'm thinking, okay, they're going to end up together. No, Catherine does not let that happen. In her head, she wants to be with him, but she ends up saying like all these mean things like, oh, we can never be together because he's poor, he has no money. Heathcliff overhears these things, and he realizes that he can never provide the way that she would want for her to want him. And obviously that hurts him, and he leaves. He disappears. He doesn't let Catherine know what happened. She's like, where are you? Where are you? Like screaming his name, and she's asking the servants, where did he go? No one's telling her anything. They just said he left and he doesn't want to be found. And it was just that he left the night before. So Catherine tries to stall off the marriage for about a year because she doesn't want to marry this new guy, even though she was pursuing him. She wants to marry Heathcliff, but Heathcliff does not come back. So she ends up marrying the guy, and she's happy for some time being. And then she slowly starts to not be happy. She starts to miss Heathcliff and look for him every single day, where they used to meet up at when they were kids on this cliff. And she just waits for him and then goes home, waits for him. And she's just really unhappy with her husband. Her husband's nice, but it's not Heathcliff. So we fast forward and Heathcliff comes home. So I'm thinking, okay, this movie has already feel like it's been an hour long. So the romance is about to start now. So I'm still thinking this is a good little Valentine's Day movie. Nothing to it. Then Heathcliff goes and says this.
Misery, degradation, death, nothing that God or Satan could inflict would have parted us. You did it, of your own will. I have not broken your heart, you have broken it. And in breaking it, you've broken mine.
So I turn over and I look at my boyfriend, I'm like, what type of toxic shit do you have me watching? Because what the hell? So I'm thinking, okay, I can see how they're both hurt, but the way Heathcliff was looking at Catherine, like all up in her face, I was like, oh no, he's mad. Then the movie just starts to get very verbally abusive from Heathcliff. Like he's just going in at every chance that he gets. And mind you, they start an affair. So I'm thinking, okay, now there's an affair involved. Like what is going on? Heathcliff just keeps getting more mad and mad and mad. And he starts to go after Catherine's husband's sister. And he knows this is going to infuriate Catherine, so he decides to go do this.
Kathy is right. I am rough and cruel and cold and unfeeling. Do you want me to stop?
I do not love you. I will never love you. I will treat you abominably. Do you want me to stop?
I will marry you with the sole purpose of tormenting Catherine. I will think of her every moment I am with you. Do you want me to stop?
Now, viewers, after listening to that, you think that you would bring your significant other to go watch that movie? Because now in my head, I'm like,
Wait. What the hell?
because now it just got really kinky. You don't bring your significant other to go watch a kinky, toxic love story on Valentine's Day. That is just so odd. So I'm just looking at him like, oh, absolutely not. This is literally destruction. And, you would think it would get much better. No, it doesn't get much better at all. So with further ado, I have a special guest. Okay, we have our guest here today. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Iftikhar.
You're my boyfriend.
I'm her boyfriend, yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not.
Okay, today I'm gonna be interviewing you. Well, not interviewing you, asking you a question. So the first question I want to ask you is, what made you think Wuthering Heights was a good date choice for Valentine's Day?
Well, Valentine's Day is all about romance, and Wuthering Heights is a romance movie, so I feel at least with that overlap, it makes it a good movie to watch on a day like Valentine's.
So, did you think the movie was toxic?
The movie itself?
The characters.
Um,
Did you think the relationship was toxic?
no, not really.
So you didn't think that they were emotionally abusing each other?
No, not at all.
So even when they were playing tit for tat and Heathcliff got involved with Catherine's sister-in-law, and mind you, she's a teenager, and making her act like a dog, even though it was consensual, you don't think him grooming her and manipulating the sister into doing those things to do revenge towards Catherine wasn't toxic? Or at the end, when Catherine just shuts down completely until Heathcliff comes back, wasn't toxic?
I think that the word toxic is used by a younger population in terms of in
We
times
are the younger.
in times I mean to refer to younger generations.
Okay.
We're talking about adults in this movie, to refer to lapses in development and sometimes an intentional mistreatment of the other, right? But I think Kathy and Heathcliff were old enough that it would be more accurate to call their actions embarrassing or just stupid rather than toxic.
But I also think it was toxic.
Okay, that's fair.
Their situation. Did you think I would like it, or did you just really want to see it? Because knowing me,
I mean,
what
you
genre?
You liked it, didn't you?
Yes, but
Yep.
I felt that it wasn't the greatest choice to bring me on Valentine's Day. Do you get what I mean?
Maybe I hope you would be...
Because there was no happy ending.
Okay. A romance movie is a romance movie. I believe you read the definition before. That it's not always... doesn't always have to end with a happy ending for it to be
romance. But most romance movies end with a happy ending. Would you not agree? Well, you never watched a romance movie, so you're not like...
I mean, you say most romance movies end with a happy ending.
Well, I don't know
the
any...
word most still does not mean all.
I don't know any romance movie that doesn't end
Romeo and Juliet, Titanic.
But all of those are stupid stories.
Okay.
Stupid tragedy stories. Right. And I never agreed with the ending of any of those.
I'm sure the authors are distraught.
They should be.
Okay.
They should be.
But anyway, I knew you'd like it because it's very... when I read the novel, it was very... it felt like a very fluid story. but always keeping up with themes and exploring a maybe darker side of romance. And yeah, you liked it, so
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
say
you-
I enjoyed it for Valentine's Day, because I didn't. Were you trying to
Oh,
set the
okay.
mood or traumatize me emotionally?
I was hoping to enlighten you.
On Valentine's Day? Why? Do you think we're like
when-
Heathcliff and Catherine or something?
No.
So then why were you trying to enlighten me?
Do you know what enlighten means?
Yes, I know what enlighten means.
What does it mean?
Don't do that. Because I realized he was gaslighting me, so there is a cut. Sorry.
So I wasn't trying to traumatize anyone. I thought that, like all things, it's like, I'm not a big arbiter of romance movies, but, it all has to be explored from several angles. And
So you would
I
consider
think
that whole movie
you,
like an
you
enemies
can
to
learn,
lover?
you can learn a lot about you and his people, not even like romance per se, but that's obviously
He was literally chatting about nothing, so just absolutely nothing, because he didn't want to agree with me.
a facet of the movie. But you can learn a lot about just interpersonal relationships in general.
It's clear that you're thinking of this as a more logical, when the question was just, do you think this is a great movie to take someone on Valentine's
That was
Day?
not the question.
Yes,
You
it
asked
was.
me
I asked you.
if I
do
was
you
trying
a-
to set the mood or traumatize you.
Okay, that's the third question I asked you. But the
That's what you
main
asked me.
question was, do you think this was a good date choice for Valentine's Day?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that is your answer. I mean, I'm going to disagree with you, obviously, as you
Why
know.
do you disagree?
I
Yes.
disagree with you because the movie, to me, what a romance movie is that there's a happy ending and that there's resolution at the end. There was no resolution, for me at least. I could see how it could be kind of like a thriller maybe, or like when I did read the definition, a romantic goth type of movie, because it was just sad. Like the whole movie was very depressing in my opinion. I don't think there was one happy moment. Like, I was not happy at all. I kept looking over to you. I was really confused why you would bring me to see this, because where was any joy? It was like everyone was sad, depressed, lonely, trying to scheme each other
My
out.
point about it being even more about romance and just interpersonal relationships in general.
That has nothing to do with romance at all. You should really watch.
Precisely.
You should watch a couple romance movies before you.
Wait, that's exactly what I said. I said besides romance, it's also about interpersonal
Yes,
relationships.
but
in
Valentine's
general.
Day is a lovey day. So why would you bring someone to watch something that was going to trigger, like, something in them? Like, it honestly really did trigger something in me. Like, I was really, like, distraught. Like, was I not crying? Please. I can see how it could be kind of like a thriller maybe, or like when I did read the definition of romantic goth type of movie, because it was just sad. Like, the whole movie was very depressing in my opinion. I don't think there was one happy moment. Like, I was not happy at all. I kept looking over to you. I was really confused why you would bring me to see this, because where was any joy? It was like everyone was sad, depressed, lonely, trying to scheme each other out. Okay,
That goes back to my point about it being even more about romance and just interpersonal relationships in general.
that has nothing to do with romance at all. You should really watch.
Precisely.
You should watch a couple romance movies before you.
Wait, that's exactly what I said. I said besides romance, it's also about interpersonal
Yes,
relationships.
but
in
Valentine's
general.
Day is a lovely day. So why would you bring someone to watch something that was going to trigger like something in them? Like, it honestly really did trigger something in me. Like, I was really like distraught. Like, was I not crying? Was I not crying?
Yes, you were. You were.
Did it make you happy to see me cry?
I just thought it was funny.
You thought
Because it's it's a fictional story. I don't know.
It's a fictional story, but there was such like a deep meaning with it. Like, I'm not gonna say the movie was bad because it wasn't bad. I just don't think it was the proper choice. Like, I would have rather you took me to go see Zootopia.
Okay.
That's like heartfelt.
Okay. I hear you.
So
And I hear your reasoning for saying it's not a good whatever movie, but
we're just gonna agree to disagree. I want to thank you for coming on, and thank you for disagreeing with me still, even though I feel like you really do agree with me. You just don't want to say it
Okay.
on here, because when we talked about it before, you were low-key agreeing with me.
I don't think I was, but okay.
No, you weren't. Obviously, him not agreeing, I seen coming. He's very stubborn. But what I wanted to say to you guys, to get my point across to why you shouldn't bring your significant other to watch that movie on Valentine's Day, is simply because there is just too much trauma involved. It's too much of a toxic situation. And it's just not a peaceful movie that you would want to go watch on Valentine's Day. Honestly, I did like the movie. It was just very disturbing and a no-no. And I didn't appreciate it being disturbing at all. And I'm not going to admit that I did. Especially towards the end, and this is a spoiler, Heathcliff and Catherine They split up, and Catherine goes into a very deep depression to where she's not eating or she's not talking. She's just sitting in a room all by herself. And Catherine was pregnant with her husband's baby, but she was obviously not properly taking care of it, so she has a miscarriage. She tells her maid / friend who's been with her since childhood that she lost a baby. The lady thinks that she's lying, and she just doesn't tell anyone what Catherine just told her until it gets to a point where Catherine is pale. She looks like she is in sepsis, and I was correct, she was, and she ends up slowly dying. They sent a letter to Heathcliff. He rides on his horse and he gets there, but it's already too late, and he's just screaming and crying, and she's dead. It was very traumatic. It was a good movie, but it just wasn't a movie for Valentine's Day. I don't think Valentine's Day you should be crying unless you got like a really good gift or something. So that's just my point. I just don't think you should take your person to go see a movie that doesn't have a happy ending, is very tragic, and it's just very dark. It was a very dark movie. So my question is to you guys, would you still take your partner to go see a dark, tragic movie like that on Valentine's Day, which is supposed to be the most romantic day of the year besides the anniversary? I want to thank you guys for listening in on my podcast, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Until next time, my friends. Bye.